and it's called stagflation. The concept behind this is that we have persistent inflation, right? When you saw that here with this costs going up, 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 we have persistent inflation and we have relatively high unemployment pretty much all the time. And we end up with economic stagnation plus rising prices or inflation, something called stagflation. And this isn't supposed to happen. We're not supposed to have high unemployment and rising prices. It's not supposed to happen. We're not supposed to have a recession, high unemployment, people not working, people not producing, right? And rising prices. Why? Why is it supposed to be that way? I put this little chart together to show you. I hope it makes some sense. So if unemployment rises, and that's right here, let's just say for whatever reason, unemployment rises, maybe because Americans are buying more from other countries and they're not buying from factories here in America, so unemployment goes up. Well, if that's the case, then people have less money to spend because they're unemployed, right? And if people have less money to spend, well, demand is going to fall, and demand will fall because they have less money to spend, so we're not going to buy as much. And if demand falls, well, prices will fall because nobody's buying and people want to sell whatever it is they're making. Except that's not how this is working. Unemployment is rising, right? So check. People do have less to spend, check. But demand is not falling. Demand's not falling. Why? Because unemployment hasn't risen enough to cut demand enough to make prices fall. So demand, while it does stop rising, it just kind of flattens out. And when demand flattens out, people are still spending, but they're not spending enough to get employment back to work. It's just kind of like everything's kind of like frozen in place. Add to that, of course, right? There's something else to add to that, right? This whole chaos of this whole thing. Add to that this whole business of OPEC and inflation of oil prices. Well, and we're going to be in big trouble. We're going to have stagflation, rising prices thanks to the oil. We have high unemployment, but not high enough, right? So what we have there is all of those kinds of things, and then we want to add into that nothing any of these presidents does works. Nixon and Ford, they try all kinds of things. Spending cuts, tax increases, cutting interest rates, nothing works. America stays stuck in this stagflation. It's a pretty messy situation for us to be in. Yeah, I think you can understand why then Jimmy Carter is going to be able to say, you know what, I'm a Democrat, I'm from the South, I'm from Georgia, I'm a governor, I'm an outsider, I'm not one of these people like Nixon or Ford who've been corrupt, who have lied to Americans, this whole business with Watergate. That's not me. That's not me. I'm a good guy. I know what the problem is. The problem is our dependency on foreign oil. I mean, look at this puppy, right? We got to get off this foreign oil. You elect me, I'm going to promote environmentalism. I'm going to promote renewable energy. Vote for me. Get America back on track. Because what we really need to do here is we need to get our economy going big time. And Jimmy Carter is going to be elected. As